Pantelisa, Atlantic crossing, day 3, Friday the 8th of December. This is not the video I was planning. Last night was terrible weather. Yeah, it wasn't raining, it was clear sky, but we had 35 knots of wind, and we all three of us are new to this boat really. It's a Dufour 450 Grand Large 45-foot monohull with a fin keel, and it's really twitchy. It likes to turn, whether into the wind or away from waves, and we had both yesterday. We were surfing down the waves and sort of pivoting side onto the waves, and luckily it was to the left, so the sails were flogging a bit, which is bad enough, but if we go to the right, then that involves a jibe, which is the wind getting behind the mainsail and swinging the boom across, potentially dismasting the boat if it's hard enough. So we had all that going on, and we're trying to work out how to manage that, because the autopilot couldn't do it. We were better hand steering than the autopilot, so that made my shift 4 hours on the helm really hard. I didn't jibe. We had a preventer line. Preventer line stops the boom going all the way across, but there's a lot of stress on that line if the wind gets behind the sail. No guarantee it's going to hold. Anyway, we got away with that. Come the morning, skipper had an idea just to take down the mainsail and just run with the head sail, which was against what he was being told by Jimmy Cornell and other sailors of never sailing with the mainsail down. But once we got rid of the mainsail, the boat was nicely balanced, and eventually we could let out all the head sail and still make 6 or 7 knots, and the autopilot was happy as well. So in the end we got an easy day, but not until late in the afternoon today. The seas calmed down a little bit. We had breaking seas, a couple of waves came into the cockpit. It could have been a lot worse, but we got to learn a bit about the boat, and it's a sail configuration that we'll need to go across the Atlantic, you know, with the trade wind behind us. So we've got the goose wing, where we've got both sails out on opposite sides, and head sail only. It was looking pretty much impossible up till discovering that the boat's happy with just a head sail. Early days on this crossing, we're all new. The skipper has his own boat in Martinique, same size as this. He has a Bavaria 44, handles totally different apparently. Herbert is not quite a hitchhiker. He's hung around with the hitchers in Gibraltar and La Linea, but he got onto the boat through crew finders, and we're a good team. We get on really well. Me, I got on this boat through a friend of mine, Lucy, who I met in Hurricane Irma, where we were sheltering. I had my own boat in St Martin that I bought nearly 2 years ago. That got sunk. Lucy and I came back to the UK. Lucy got a call from the owner's business partner about moving Pantelisa from Turkey to Colombia, and I said, yeah, I'm interested, I'll come along. Lucy dropped out, but sailing the Atlantic was on my bucket list for quite a while, so it's a good opportunity. Turkey to Gibraltar to Canaries to Martinique to Colombia. It's a third of the way around the world basically, so yeah, and then I can decide whether sailing's for me or not after that, because I've only done day sailing before really. That's it. I'll get to talk to Herbert and Thomas later on in this series, get their perspective and a little bit of their history as well. I haven't asked Thomas if he's happy to be on camera yet, so that remains to be seen. But Herbert might give some tips about hitching and first impressions on sailing, that kind of thing. Okay, until tomorrow.